This is a touching episode from Valmiki Ramayana. Sita is escorted into the presence of Rama, who does not welcome her with open arms and a smile. Valmiki narrates the story thus. Returning from his visit to the Ashok Vatika, Hanuman bowed to Rama and said, "My lord, she sits in the Ashok Vatika shedding tears. But now, learning of your victory, Maithili desires to have your darshan." She had reposed full faith in me even when I had first visited her with your message. Believing that I enjoy the confidence of her master, she says, "I desire to look at my beloved." What a sentence and what a desire. How brief, yet how full of meaning, love and thought. Hearing Hanuman, Rama, an ocean of piety, suddenly shut his eyes and went into deep thought. Soon his eyes were full of tears. He breathed hard, cast a glance downwards, and then looking at Vibhishana, who stood glorious like a cloud, said, "Sita has spent her time in Lanka with great difficulty, bearing and fighting all odds. Kindly make preparations for her to be dressed in glorious finery and jewels, and fetch her to me as early as possible." In the video I have included a miniature painting from Kangra Valley where Hanuman is escorting Sita to Rama. It's a very touching painting, full of color, meaning, and has been artistically done. Vibhishana rushed to the palace and sent a word to Sita. Later he went to her in person, bowed with folded hands and humbly said, "Vaidehi, it is time for you to put on a suitable finery and get dressed. Your beloved wants to see you." Protected by the Rakshasa soldiers on all sides, Sita rode in a chariot to Rama's camp. Vibhishana announced the arrival of Sita to Rama, who sat in meditation. On hearing of her arrival after a painful and long captivity, Rama experienced anger, joy, and grief at the same time. Addressing Vibhishana, he said, "Saumya Rakshasa Raj, I wish Vaidehi could reach me faster." Vibhishana asked the assembled crowd to make way for the chariot to reach Rama swiftly. The Vanara Sena was asked to move aside so that the chariot could move faster, but they wanted to look at her from close quarters. Rama, understanding their sentiments, asked the Lanka soldiers to desist from being too strict. He thought that his command for speeding up Maithili's approach had been misunderstood. He said, "Stop this unwelcome enforcement of authority. Everyone here is my kith and kin. The privacy of a woman is not necessarily assured by a home, clothing, an awning, or the four walls. Likewise, harshly moving onlookers away too does not always provide a veil to a woman. A woman's covering is her conduct and the respect she receives from her husband." Rama continued and said, "Sita is a victim of straitened circumstances. She has suffered a good deal of anguish in the past. I am here to receive her, and her approaching me in everyone's sight is not objectionable under such circumstances." Vaidehi, addressing her, Rama said, please alight from the chariot. Walk to me. Let every Vanara have your darshan. A thoughtful Vibhishana escorted Maithili to Rama, writes Valmiki. However, looking at Rama's angry mood, Lakshman, Sugriv, Hanuman were a bit perturbed. They thought that Shri Ram was somehow not happy with Sita. Maithili walked towards Ram while Vibhishana followed her. Her face looked calm and peaceful. For her husband was a devata, and she looked at his divine and charming face with amazement, joy and warmth. An unblinking Sita, writes Valmiki, gazed at Rama's face that could put a rising full moon to shame in charm and majesty. She had not set her eyes on him for several months. Looking at him soothed her nerves and gave her peace of mind. She smiled, and her face glowed like the moon in the cloudless sky. Such is the narrative. It tears at your heart, and it's a remarkably real depiction of what happened. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram.